Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News Today starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, March 21st, 2022. I'm Jordan Berger. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm Tim Schmidt. Jordan, a beautiful weekend.
It was amazing.
A lot of people outside.
Definitely got outside a lot this weekend.
Yep, we had plenty of sunshine this weekend. Got pretty warm yesterday, and we've held on to that warmth outside this morning. Temperatures outside are about 15 plus degrees warmer than yesterday morning. And a reflection of that, well, right now we're at 55 degrees in Columbia. It's 59 in Jefferson City. To put this into perspective, our highest low temperature on record for today's date is 60. So this is about as warm as it's going to ever get on a mid-Missouri morning here this early into March or into the spring season. It's quite warm outside. Clouds, though, with us this morning. That's kind of one of the reasons why we're as warm as we are. Also, we have a storm system moving in, giving us some rain chances later in the day. I think most of today will be dry. There you go. Big spike in rain once we get closer into the evening hours. I'll give you the track on that rain and tell you how much we could receive. That's coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, Tim, thanks. Well, Columbia could have a new trash pickup system. A discussion about roll carts returns to the City Council tonight. KOMU 8 Sydney Smith is here in the studio to tell us more about that debate and how some people feel about that issue. Sydney, good morning.
Good morning, Jordan. Well, the city clerk certified a petition with more than 3,000 signatures earlier this month. That petition is to remove the ordinance that banned roll carts as an option in Columbia. Council members can either vote to remove that ban or they can take no action and let voters decide in August. But the council will not vote tonight because the two options will just be introduced and read at the first meeting for the first time. The petition organizer and a city council member running for re-election both agree that switching to roll carts will take time and money.
That represents what, the fact that people want this so much, right? That they are willing to take time away from family and work and what have you to get this done.
The last number that we were given by the staff was that this conversion will probably cost about $12 million. And that probably will have to be strung out over 3 or 4 or 5 years. I'm not sure which. So it's not going to be an immediate solution.
And our partners at the Columbia Missourian report, 3rd Ward Council member Carl Scala, whom you just heard from, says the council is not likely to take action on the roll cart petition until its April 4th meeting. In the studio, Sydney Smith, KOMU 8 News.
All right, Sydney, thank you. Well, also tonight, the Columbia City Council will vote on 3 proposed changes to city wards based on 2020 census data. Columbia Missourian reports council members already selected map B as their reapportionment recommendation. Under that proposal, 1,200 people would move from the 1st ward to the 2nd ward, 1,100 people would move from the 5th ward to the 4th ward, and almost 700 people would move from the 6th ward to the 4th ward. Now, those boundaries won't take effect until the April 5th municipal election. City Council is also expected to authorize a bid on additional anti-suicide fencing for the 5th and Walnut parking garage and to create 2 positions at the Health Department to work with the community on how to use American Rescue Plan Act funds. The meeting starts at 7 o'clock tonight. You can watch it live over on KOMU.com. Jefferson City Council is also meeting tonight. It will discuss recommended appointments to different boards and commissions. There will also be a presentation about downtown recycling. Council members are also expected to authorize an application for MoDOT's DWI enforcement grant for $26,000. That meeting starts at 6 p.m. tonight over at City Hall. State Attorney General Eric Schmidt has dismissed most of his lawsuits against school districts over mask mandates. The Associated Press reports the AG's lawsuits will continue against 5 school districts that are still requiring masks. Schmidt's suit against Columbia Public Schools will also continue, although the district no longer has a mask mandate. The Attorney General also dismissed his lawsuit against the city of St. Louis over its mandate. The Boone County Sheriff's Department recovered a body at Finger Lake State Park last night as Angie Rice. They just identified her body. Emergency crews received a call from someone hiking near Rocky Fork Conservation Area. They told officials a body was visible in the water. Now, this is video of the search operation there. Here's an exact location of where that search happened. Boone County Fire Protection crews and Boone County deputies searched in one of the strip pits of the Finger Lakes. Boone County Sheriff's Office says 45-year-old Angie Rice was reported missing in December of last year. Officials found Rice's car in a parking lot at Rocky Fork Conservation Area on December 31st. Crews had conducted multiple searches for Rice since she first was reported missing, but never found her. Rice's body has been turned over to the Boone County Medical Examiner's Office for an autopsy. MU police arrested a man after reports of shots fired early Saturday morning in the parking lot of the Women's Hospital on North Keene Street. 39-year-old Derek Sleet is facing charges of first-degree assault, armed criminal action, felony property damage, and unlawful use of a weapon. MUPD says Sleet shot at a car, leaving the parking lot, hitting it once. Now, the driver wasn't hurt, but Sleet is being held at the Boone County Jail and is set to appear in court this afternoon. Multiple train cars ran off the track and crashed in Wisconsin Saturday morning. The tanker and cars were empty, except one boxcar, which was full of lumber. Officials say a Canadian Pacific cargo train was heading east through the city. As it was slowing down to stop, a boxcar derailed from the tracks after a tanker and 7 other boxcars derailed into a nearby pond. The county sheriff's office says there were no injuries that were reported. Well, spring weather means more flowers and more bees. Mid-Missouri's beekeeper hobbyists met over the weekend to talk about how to keep their hives healthy this season. An advisory board member said honeybee populations are essential for local crop health and honey production. He says he currently has 2 beehives. He recommends hobbyists start with multiple hives because bee mortality can be high.
Bee populations fluctuate wildly, whether that be from lack of nectar, pollination sources, or it could be pesticides.
He says hives are essential for local crop health and honey production. Even though the hobby is expensive and time-consuming, he says he's happy to give back to nature. And eating local honey, they say, can help your allergies. Definitely going to have to take advantage of that, I think.
Yeah, and you'll find it'll be something, I guess, labeled as locally grown, or if there's somebody that already does it. I have some family friends that do it over in Sedalia, and it tastes good. It really
I'm sure it does. It's honey.
I don't know if it does anything different for my allergies. I still seem to have it, but that's what they say. Hey, a look at our forecast for today is coming up. Right now we have storm systems trying to roll through the Midwest and Central Plains. Hopefully that gives us some rain chances. We could definitely use those opportunities for rain in Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, where they are currently under extreme drought. Right now, temperatures here in the mid part of the state, 55 degrees in Columbia. It feels really good outside this morning.
Evacuation orders are in place for 3 North Texas counties as wildfires spread. Coming up, see the impact the fires have made. But first, that's a live look over Jesse Hall on the MU campus in downtown Columbia. The time is 5:08. Stick around. KOMU 8 News Today. Back.